Hello, students. I hope you all are fine at your home and you are enjoying your studies. If you are not enjoying, you should enjoy because there is no other option. You have to understand the concept. That is only thing. You don't take tension of the study. You have to write answer, you have to learn questions. Don't go with the regular study. Only understand the concept, only remember the points, then it is very easy, and this is very common things. Okay, and finally there is only one option. You have to, or you should enjoy, otherwise you take tension. It's up to you. Okay, so today, last time I already explained you, we started a new chapter, chapter number 5, natural and man-made disaster. And in this, we have already covered the introduction, causes of disaster effects, types of disaster. In types of disaster, we have covered natural disaster. In natural disaster, these all are that. Until flood, flash flood, we have completed. So today I am starting from the man-made disaster. What is this man-made disaster? Generally, by the name we can understand, due to the some action by the man, there is some casualty, there are some problems created. This is called the man-made disaster due to the human intent, negligence, or the error. These all are the reasons, okay, of the man-made disaster. Basically, it is two by two reasons: intentionally or unintentionally. Intentionally, it means you want to fire in a jungle, it is intentionally. Unintentionally, by accidentally it happens, it is unintentionally. If we are finding the reason, what are the reasons of these man-made disasters? So this is all about their percentage. Ignorance. Generally, most of the persons are ignoring, even their life they are ignoring. Okay, so ignorance 52%, unawareness it is of 20%, illiteracy 40%, and carelessness 42%. Okay, so the greatest percentage of the ignorance, because most of the things we are ignoring, we just take it lightly. Okay, then if I'm talking about the examples, it is a nuclear disaster, chemical disaster, radiological disaster, terrorism, aeroplane crashes, collapse of building, etc. Okay, so these all are the examples of man-made disasters. These all man-made disasters are very drastically. Okay, so first of all, they are given one sample or one theory. One in the world, there are two greatest disaster. One is the Chernobyl disaster, and another one is the Bhopal gas tragedy. It is in the Ukraine. Okay, and this is in the Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, first of all, we're talking about the Chernobyl disaster. What is that? Chernobyl disaster. This Chernobyl disaster was held on 29th of April 1986, which is in the USSR, USSR, US Sonian, US, US, Sonia, U, Soviet Union. Okay, so this is about that Soviet Union. And this Soviet Union was divided in 1991. Okay, in 1991, and it is Ukraine. Okay, nowadays it is in Ukraine, but earlier it is in the USSR. So this Ukraine incident is very drastically. What happened in this incident? There was a nuclear reactor. What is there? There is a nuclear reactor. In this nuclear reactor, there is a failure of cooling system. For the nuclear reactor, there is a heating processor. In it heating processor, it continuously cooling. If it fails the cooling, so then it starts heating and it's radiating the radiation. That is the impact. So on that time, the cooling system was, or cooling system of reactor was fail. Due to this failure, what will happen? The nuclear reactor fails, and it releasing the large amount of nuclear energy. And because of that, near area where this nuclear reactor was established, it is completely affecting because of this radioactive release. Okay, these are the different these are the radioactive rays which are very harmful. Last time I already explained how it is works. Okay, and due to it, most of the peoples are causing with cancer diseases, and they died also. And one more important, that whenever this reactor releases radiation, their impact is very long. For in this Ukraine incident, near about 70 years, it still remains the impact. Okay, this Chernobyl is very drastically, and even till now the vegetation cannot grow. Why? Because the soil is become infertile. So this is all about the bad impact of it. In somehow some small part we already studied in the last lecture. This is all about it. Second one, it is the Bhopal gas tragedy. This Bhopal gas tragedy, it is also the worst industrial chemical disaster which is in India. Okay, it is held on 2nd and 3rd December night. It is in very cold season. Okay, third and second and third December, second night, third morning. We can say that. Okay, December 1984. It was held in 1984. Why? Because there was one factory. There was one factory of the pesticides. There's a pesticides plant. What is the name of this? Union Carbide. What is the name of the factory? Union Carbide India Limited. Okay, which is also called the UCIL, which is located in Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal. Where it is located? Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal. And in this gas leakage, what was happen? There also a cooling system. Because of failure of the cooling system, the gas was leaking, which is the methyl isocyanide. Which gas? Methyl isocyanide. This gas was leaking, and because of this gas leakage, the near area is completely uh, affected. In near about 50,000 people, near about 50,000 peoples are exposed of this methyl isocyanide gas. And because of that, what will happen? Finally, immediately, 3787, it is a data by the government. Okay, but generally sometimes it is another thing. Okay, but you have to understand this. Near about 3787 people immediately died. After some period of time, 8000 again died, and after that more period, yes, diseases affected their 8000. So this is the data of the dying peoples. You can understand how much it is devastating. Okay, and because of that incident, the factory owner or the CEO of the factory, what is the name of that? Warren Anderson. Warren Anderson. That Warren Anderson's against the case, criminal case was filed. Okay, this is a criminal case. But what will happen, because it is India, and I'm also giving one such a information. This Warren Anderson is died recently this year. Okay, he died recently because the case was going on, but no decision was happen, because it is a India. Okay, no, you don't take it as it is a. Okay, so this is all about that incident. Now we have to talk about the long term effect on the people. How many types, or what are the different impacts? Generally, initially impact, it is the coughing, vomiting, severe eye irritation, feeling of suffocation. These all are the immediate cause. But it not only the immediate, because the gas is impacting for the long period, because they impact their genes, their DNA. That's why it impacts for the long period of time. So what is that impaction? Near about 1,70,000 people are treated for this disease after that. And still, if you talk with peoples, they are also affecting this type of diseases. Still, there is a separate hospital. It is called the Bhopal Gas Hospital. Okay, with a separate hospital for it. Most of the bodies are died or buried or the burned in a mass. Okay, mass, it means the together most, because there is no place for burning or the funeral or the cremation. Okay, these all processes after the death we are generally doing. So there is no place for the funeral, and there is no place for the cremation. So that's why people are doing these all actions in mass. It means together, buried or either burning. Okay, so this is the second one. It also cause death. Why the people are cause death? Because of the choking, reflex, organic circulatory or pulmonary dilemma, because these all are the disease of the basically of respiratory system. Okay, these all are the respiratory disease they are still having. And one more impact on it, it is the neonatal mortality. Neonatal mortality. What is the neonatal mortality? It means it is in Hindi. It is called Navjat, as the child took birth na, up to the 28 days, means 1 to 28 days child. It is called the neonatal. So the death, I'm talking about the death rate. The neonatal death rate is 200 per day. What is that? 200% per day, no, so it is 200%. So it increases, the neonatal death is increased because the body is not that much fit. The woman's body is not fit, that's why. And the people's, those they are taken birth in the very polluted air, so that's why they are not sustaining their life, that's why they are dying. And there is also one UCACS laboratory also find that in 1989 that they collected some samples from the water and soil near to factory, and they find that this water and soil is not it is completely toxic. And because of that the fish cannot survive in near water because there are so many ponds near that. Okay, and the fish which is living in that, it is also not edible, because if you take it, definitely you will suffer. So this is all about the gas tragedy. Now I'm talking about the next one. It is the hybrid disaster. Hybrid disaster means what? It is a combination of both natural and man-made. Okay, when nature and man-made disaster both together or linked, this is called the hybrid disaster. How it is happening? Because of the indiscriminate cutting down of the forest. Generally, we know that very well. Rapid industrialization, urbanization. I already told many times. Two is the main factor. Then indiscriminate exploitation of the natural resources, just like mining, excavation. These all are. And what will happen? It causes a greenhouse effect. It causes a greenhouse effect, and due to this greenhouse effect, what will happen? Global warming. What is happening? Global warming. You know what is the global warming? Global warming, it means the temperature increases of the earth. This global warming, and due to it so many actions, just like what? Drought, hurricane, flood, cyclones, chemical poisoning, landslides, famine, and crop failure, earthquake. If I'm talking about the drought, so drought is due to the wastage and pollution of water. If I'm talking about landslides is due to the extensive deforestation because we are cutting too much forest. Then hurricanes, floods, and cyclones, it is due to the rapid deforestation or the greenhouse effect. Now you can understand, by cutting the trees, it is the main impact. Next one, it is the famine and crop failure. It is due to the faulty government policy. Faulty government policy, it means what? The government is just think about the only benefits, not about the their impacts. Just like the faulty methods of agriculture, overuse of the pesticides, insecticides in the by the farmers for the more production of the crops, and soil getting exhausted or their fertility. Because I last time I already explained you, if they are using excess amount of fertilizer or the pesticides, the soil become barren because on it there is a thin layer of chemicals is deposited. Okay, so that is the reason. Next one, it is the chemical poisoning. This chemical poisoning, it is due to the rapid industrialization because chemicals are used by the industries, and this hazardous chemical directly expel into the rivers, ponds. Last time I already explained you. Then the earthquake due to the dams, large big dams, minings, or the water bodies which are created. These are also the reason of earthquake. So this is all about it. Then the last one, it is the fire hazard or safety. Generally we know that the fire is also a very devastating or the hazardous or disaster part. Why? Because the live flames causes of spark, hot objects, and chemicals which are having the potential ignition. So they all are the very highly inflammable. Okay, because of that, what will happen? Definitely, they are impacting very high on the different objects, forest, whatever we are talking about. Okay, so fire is also very harmful. So we have to think about the measures, fire safety measures. Generally, if you go in the book, there is a one plan is given. In this plan you can see in every building there are some safety measures are given for the exit, for the entrance, and for the safety purposes where the fire extinguishers is there located. So whenever you enter in a building you should think about it. Even at your home you should also know about where the fire extinguisher, how can you evacuate. Okay, so now talking about, so how we can safety measures. First of all, it is the smoke detector. Generally the smoke detector, it means we have to put alarm. There are some alarms which are alarming at the time of smoke. So you have to locate it in near to kitchen, near your bedroom, or the places where the fire can catch, or the some like stores, gas like that. So places you have to fit, or you have to put the smoke alarm or detector. Okay, second one is the fire prevention strategies. Fire prevention strategy means you have to keep fire extinguisher at your kitchen. Okay, or you have to also check, because sometime, because there is having 1 year or 2 year expiry date. Okay, so you have to keep check on it, is it working or not working. And the children should be taught safety measures. Generally we are talking don't touch it, don't do this, but the children should be taught what about the matches, fires, electrical outlets, electrical cords, stores, chemicals. So if you are having knowledge about it, so then it is very easy for precaution from the fire. Okay, second one, the third one, it is the fire, family fire drill. What is family fire drill? You're laughing on it, family fire drill, because generally in India it is not happening, but in foreign there is a practice. In a year, 2 times they are doing practice. What the practice? All the family members come together, they are talk together from where we have to go out together, where we have to keep our fire extinguisher. If there is a no if the fire is caught in that place, so from where we can got after evacuating, where we will collect. So this is all about the drill, they are the plan, how can we prevent. Just like if someone is caught fire, so they have to stop, they have to roll, they have to drop on the surface. If the smoke is there in the house on the upper surface, so you have to be lying down, you have to be sit on the downside, you no need to stand, otherwise smoke, you are caught in smoke. So this is all about the drills. Generally in India it is not happening, but in foreign it gives practice, or the government is also taking initiatives about it. So you have to do this drill, at least you have to discuss with your family. Then last one, it is the potential fire hazards. In this potential fire hazards, you have to keep an eye on anything while you are cooking, gas, stove, plastic matches. Okay, so you have to keep eyes everywhere. Okay, sometimes fire may caught in sari, in your cloth, so you have to be careful. Sometimes those are smoking, so they have to put their butts. Okay, they have to keep properly in ashtray. Ashtray, there is a place where the cigarettes are keeping. Okay, so they have to off the cigarettes and then extinguish the cigarettes. It is make sure it avoid fireworks. Okay, things like safety works, dealing with the fireworks. It means the fire, just like a pataka we are talking about, you have to be very careful. So these all are the simple potential hazards, so you have to keep in mind. It is very simple, very easy, you can even write by your own. So I hope you have cleared this topic. Next time we'll start the disaster management in India. Yes, for the make sure of safety, the government is also one department. Okay, we are talking about in next time. So this is all about the topic. I hope you enjoy. And very important news, very important message for you. The next first term examination is very soon, so you have to prepare for it. Very soon in this week, I will give uh, I will give the syllabus of this examination, as well as I will also give the notes, as well as I will give some 100 number of questions. These 100 number of questions you have to practice this time examination in the MCQ exam. And out of these 100 questions you have to practice this 100 questions in examination. Only 40 question will come. How many question will come? Only 40 questions. So it is very easy for you. Okay, so I will give in notes section, in your school application. I will give the note sections. Out of it, 100 questions you have to practice. Out of 100 questions, only 40 questions you have to do. So I hope you clear. Thank you so much. Next time we'll meet.